Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Wednesday, December 16th, 2020. We're in the final hour of the market, my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms, and I consider following what the large financial institutions, what they're doing is an edge in the long run. So thank you all for coming today. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see everyone. I look forward to this time of the day when I can chat with my friends here in this great group. So thank you all for coming. I hope that the time you're spending here, that you're investing here, is paying off. All right, well, wild day so far. My gosh, we had the Fed announcement. The market was up, and then the Fed announcement came out and it was down, and now it is way back up, and now I look at the Dow and it's a little down. So it's been a wild one, and a lot of times after we have a Fed announcement, you get these kind of wild swings. So anyway, here's the plan for today real quick. We're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. We're going to come back. We're going to take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have one day trade today that I'm going to share with you. After that, we're going to go over and take a look at your positions over on the board. I see some really, really good ones today. My gosh, Ava has one. Unbelievable. The last time I looked, I think it was up 23%. So congratulations, Ava. Fantastic trade on Tilray. But we're going to go through everyone's positions. We're going to see how they're doing. And I see a lot of green over there, so this should be good. Then we're going to talk about trader psychology, bring it back to trader psychology, which is always very important. I think it's the most important skill whatsoever when it comes to trading. I was having a chat last night with my friend, and I was explaining to her, why it's so important, and the challenges, the challenges that traders have and that everyone has, that most traders have anyway, with trader psychology. So I'm going to spend a few minutes there, talk about that. Hopefully that will be helpful. After that, I've gone down through results of my scanner. I've gone down through the results gone down through my watch list to take a look, and there are some very good legitimate setups today. So I have three requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a trade. First requirement, I need to have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Number two, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio of at least 2 to 1. And number three, I want to keep in mind how many positions I have, how correlated the positions I have, and how much account heat I have, because even though you may have completely uncorrelated positions, it has been known to happen that they'll all go against you at the same time. So anytime you have a position on, it is a risk to you. So I'm going to go down through the results, or the end of day candidates. I'm going to try to narrow it down to the very best one if possible, that fit my three requirements. And then I'll place the trade before the end of the day. And then after the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please just let me know. I'm happy to answer. If you have any symbols that you would like me to look at, feel free, put them in the chat, and I will do my very best to get to them. And then lastly, if you have some new positions today, I imagine there's going to be some new positions either on or off the board, but if you have any new positions, if you could please wait till the end of the day before you tell me what they are. That way I'm done teaching and done trading, markets close, pressure's off. All right, so that's the plan. So I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here. Brian is here. Hey, good to see you, Brian. Hello all. Greg, it's been a while, so you can remove me from any positions on the board when you go through it. Oh, okay, shoot. I was looking, I went through them yesterday, and I noticed I hadn't seen you for a while, and I noticed that they were all doing well. So I hope they worked out well for you. But good to see you, Bri. Thanks for coming back. Lova74 is here. Hey, Lova. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Evan is here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to Evan. Gary is here. Hello, Greg and group. Hey, Gary. Good to see you, bud. Kamal is here. Hey, Greg and all. Hey, Kamal. Good to see you, bud. Thank you for the results of your scanner today, as always, and all your contributions to the channel and my cool mug, I must say. Miko25, good to see you, Miko. Good afternoon, Greg and everyone. How's it going? Morg's here. Hey, Morgs, good to see you from South Africa. Hope you're having a nice evening. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. Hello, David. Hope you're doing well, sir. Brian says, a stimulus deal is near, which may a bigger reason for market going up than the Fed. I would agree with that. Yeah, I would totally agree with that. So, all righty. Well, let's get to it and take a look. All right. So I think I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm the only one in this. I did buy DRIP back here on the 14th. I bought it at 26.29. We had a nice setup here. We had a triple bottom actually with a bullish divergence, missing right shoulder. MACD went positive. We had a bullish engulfing bar. Bought it at 26.29. Yesterday did go down. It held though. It held the 30 RSI, which is my end of day stop. And today it is up. It's slightly under where I bought it, but I'm very thrilled that it's up 2.73% today. AGQ. Okay, I did take AGQ. I shorted AGQ, unfortunately. I shorted this on a weekly bar. So I shorted this on Friday when we had a V1 to the downside and we rejected the 50 RSI. Has not worked out so hot for me. It's up 10.72%, but there is some good news. Gary and Steve are long on the other side, so it was not all bad for the group as a whole. So as long as this closes above 50 RSI, which I'm pretty sure it's going to, although you never know, if this closes over 50 RSI by Friday, which is the end of the bar of the week, I will go ahead and take a loss on that. Let's switch over though and look at some good news. Where do we have it? Steve is long from 44.34 and Gary is also long. They took the 520 crossover, up 5.86% today. Excellent trade, Steve. An excellent trade. Who was that? Gary. Nice, up near the third ATR channel. Really great start to that crossover. So congratulations, guys. First Solar, yes, Gary and myself did buy FSLR. I bought a half a position, which I'm glad I did. I was going to wait and see if I could get a pullback, but it never came. So I did buy a half a position at 90.98 yesterday. Nice rejection of the 50-day moving average, under 50, over 50, bullish engulfing bar, 520 crossover. Bought it here at 90.98. Did hit one profit target at 92.99. It's up 0.77%. So it's up on the day, thankfully, up on the trade, and one profit target. Love. Well, I did like this position yesterday. We had a nice pullback into value, nice sideways motion, had a V1 yesterday, back over the 20 and the 5. I bought it at 46.30. Currently it's 45.81. It is down 1.31% and it's holding right at my stop loss. This red line here is my stop loss. If it closes above, I will go ahead and hold it. If it does not close above, I will have to go out and take a small loss on this trade. Ollie. All right, Johnson and I did buy Ollie. Nice bullish engulfing bar, rejection of the negative third ATR channel, rejection of the 250-day moving average. I bought it at 79.50. Went up, hit one profit target. Yesterday was down just a little bit. Today had a nice run up. It's well off of its highs, but I do put in profit targets. I hit one here at 80.65, 82.14, and the last one here right about at the 200-day moving average. So glad I hit those profit targets before it came back down, but it is still up 2.06%. So I am happy with that. I should check though. Oh yeah, it did not get to 1.5 ATRs for my entry yet, so it's not in trailing stop mode yet. SPY. All right. As you know, I buy the SPY at the close. I sell it first thing the next morning at the open. I bought it yesterday at 369.59 and sold it for a little profit this morning at 369.81. So it's been a good few days for the overnight SPY trade. Bought here, gapped up, nice gain. Bought here, gapped up, nice gain. Bought here, little gain, but I'll take a little gain over a big loss any day at all. BABA. All right, so I did sell puts on BABA down here at $180 on the weekly. I used the $180 strike price as level as my strike price because of the 200 week moving average above it, and also it has a nice confluence with the -1 ATR channel and the 50-month moving average, up 2.95% today, which is great. I did close out my puts. I made like 90% on the puts, so I am going to take this off. So that was a good put trade. And then over here, Ava and Kamal did buy Alibaba yesterday at 253.31. It is currently 262.58. So what is that? Up over 3.23% for Ava and Kamal. So congratulations, Ava and Kamal. And then lastly, I did have one day trade today on VIX of all things. Let's see. It happened right here. This was right when the Fed announcement was. We came back down here. We were moving sideways. A lot of times when you have a Fed announcement, it will go one way and then reverse back up. I bought it here with this nice false breakout of the downside here, false breakout of the downside here. I bought it intrabar here at 1726. At the end of the bar, I got out of half because it was a big move at 1732. Once it started approaching the 50-day moving average here on the 5-minute, I felt pretty strongly that it was going to find some resistance there. So I did not wait till the end of the bar. I just sold it as we neared, and I'm glad I did at 1737. And then finally, I got to close below the previous day's low. So I got in at 1726, out at 1731, out at 1732, and out of 1736. And I'm sure glad I got out because you can see what the VIX did after I got out, all the way down. So all in all, not too bad of a day. I'll tell you, this month has been challenging for me. So it's been good to get some green on the board. But you know, we all go through those times where we're out of phase with the market, and so far in December I have been. So it feels good to get back a little bit in phase with the market. Frank is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Morg says, Amazon looking better today. It sure is. Amazon is definitely on my list today, Morgs, as far as potential candidate. Jackson, good morning, group and all. Hope you have a lovely day. Hey, Jackson, I saw those pictures you sent me, videos. Unbelievable. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. And congratulations to Jackson and, well, I guess I'm skipping ahead here, but where is... I don't know, for the life of me, I can never remember that symbol. DKNG. There we go. Kamal bought DKNG today at 54. Jackson's in at 35.60. It's up 7% today. Jackson, unbelievable. So Jackson is up on this trade 34.02%, everybody. Pretty impressive. All right, I'm going to go back in order now. Oh, before I start with that, let's take a look at Frank's poem. Let me copy this down for Frank. All right, here we go. Don't refuse to be wrong. We all know the words to that tired old song. Accept a loss, it's part of the cost. Trade calm, not uptight. A trader accepts the wrong with the right. Oh man, is that spot on. That is right on the money, Frank. Everybody, when they heard that, went, yeah, that is right on the money. So true. Don't refuse to be wrong. We all know the words to that tired old song. Accept a loss. It's part of the cost. Trade calm, not uptight. A trader accepts the wrong with the right. My gosh, that could be my favorite poem of all time, Frank. Yeah, let's, when you refuse to be wrong, that's when you get in trouble in this business. That's where I've always got in trouble. I know that. Jackson says, I loaded up on a second position of DKNG at 5106. Okay, if you can, Jackson, remind me at the end there so I stay in my rhythm, okay? And then I'll do it at the end. Brian says, nice poem, Frank, especially fitting to take a loss for tax purposes. Yeah, that poem is just amazing. Yas is here. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Jackson says, no rush in adding as I may fall back asleep. Okay, I'm sure my voice is going to put you to sleep like it does many people. Just kidding. All right, let's do the fun stuff and let's take a look over at everybody's trades. Okay, yes, if I'm correct here about Microsoft at 213.82, it is at 219.67. Gary also bought there, but he also sold 220 strike prices expiring on Friday. So you know how Gary likes to keep us in suspense with his option positions. He likes them to get right to the strike price and tease us all, right? So basically, Gary has he's kind of hoping that it's going to close under 220. That way he'll expire. He'll get to keep the premium of $206 contract. But nice trade, Gary and Yas. Qs. All right, Frank has a 10% trailer on the Qs back at 284.60. It's 309.22, up 1.95 points today. This has been a nice move here, up 7.98%. Apple, well, I know this, my markings are not here, but I know who has what. So I know Gary has Apple at 108, roughly, give or take, but I know it's about 108. It may even be exactly 108. And then Frank has Apple at 111. So 108 for Gary, 108 for Frank, and we're at 128.06. I would say that's a pretty good trade for both. DOCU, oh, this is a hot mess here, isn't it? All right. Yas has a third of position, GM has a position, and Brian has a position. They took the 1030 crossover at 224.12. It's 236.29. Yas has a third here. So congratulations, up on the day and up on the trade. Spotify down today. Oh, so Brian told me to take Brian trades off of there. Okay. ISRG, Ava bought ISRG at 750. It's 766.76. It is down a little bit today, but Ava is up on the trade. IAU, Frank, very nice Frank. Frank bought IAU, which is gold, at 1754. It's 1775. It's up 0.28% today. So congratulations, up on the day, up on the trade. MasterCard sold credit spreads January 15th, 290, 280. So it has to close above 290. So it looks like Gary has about $41 of protection for this trade. And if it stays above 290, he'll be able to keep all of his net premium. Google. Gary sold put spreads on Google down to 1570. It's 1760. So again, as long as it stays above 1570 by January 15th, Gary will be able to keep all the premium. So that's working out well. DKNG, Kamal and Jackson. Oh, I already talked about that. Yep, Jackson bought down here 35.67. Kamal bought today, intraday, at 54.30, but it is up on the day, so that's pretty good already. Zynga, Bob, this is fantastic. Bob bought Zynga back here at about 792. It is currently 946, up 19.44%. So let's give a hand to Bob for sure. That's been a monster trade. All right, here we go. TMO. Oh, that's a Brian trade, so I'm going to take that off. And VIX, Quad bought VIX here at 1991. Gary bought VIX at 1723. It's down 2.22% today. So looks like both Quad and Gary are down on the trade, although Gary's not down very much. He's down about 6 cents or so. PTON, yes, woo, bought PTON at 115.97. Wait, somebody sold half. Sold calls 116. So, so Gary also bought it here at 115.97. And somebody sold half yesterday. I don't know why. I think it was Gary. I'm pretty sure. Let me just put this up here. I think it was Gary. Sold one half. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this has been, this is PTON. Sorry, I was getting that confused with Eli Lilly. All right. PTON. Yes, bought here at 115.97. It's 133.59. This trade is up 13.31% for Yas. So congratulations, bud. Here we go. Eli Lilly. That's right. Yas and Gary bought Eli Lilly here at 148.41. It's currently 172.30. It's up almost $5. Gary sold half yesterday, but I'm sure he's glad he still has half, up 14.1%. These double-digit gains are just amazing. Teladoc. Frank bought Teladoc at 190.50. Johnson bought Teladoc. Frank bought it at 182. Johnson bought it at 190.50. It's 187.25. So down a little bit for Johnson and up still a little bit for Frank. TTCF, Johan, beautiful risk to reward trade here at 15.66. It's 19.23. It's down 0.62% today, but Johan is up on the trade 18.56%. It's just unreal, just fantastic. TT, look at this, everybody. Ava. Ava is the big winner today. Ava bought Tilray at 785. It is currently 947, up 20.2% just today. Congratulations. Congratulations. Nike. Frank bought half a position at Nike at 139.22. It's 138.87, so it is down a little bit. So it's down on the day. It's down on the trade. NEE. This is a Brian trade, so we'll take that off. Qs. We already talked about the Qs. Qualcomm. Who's in Qualcomm? Carul bought Qualcomm at 157.20. It's currently 149.88. So it is down. It is up on the day, but it's down on the trade. Facebook, Jatin bought it at 282.97. Kamal bought it at 265.90. So Kamal is up on the trade, and Jatin is down on the trade. Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Merck, Brian, that's a Brian trade, so we'll take that off. Beyond Meat, this is Kamal. Kamal bought Beyond Meat at 135.95. It's currently 139.33, so that's up nicely today and up on the trade. AAXN, this is the one Kamal was telling me about. He bought that at 124. It's currently 119.83, but I know Kamal covered much higher. I think it was a stop loss, but I know he didn't hold on to that whole thing. TWOU, Johan bought at 34.24. It's 36.57, up 1.92% today. And from entry, up 6.34. Fantastic. W, I think that's a Brian trade, so we're going to take that off. ALGN. Ooh, Jatin's been in this trade for a minute. Jatson bought it back here at 441, sold half here at 521, and we're getting right back up there. So that's been a beautiful trade for Jatson. Microsoft, we already talked about that. And then Walmart, Johnson bought Walmart at 145.70. It's 145.56. So down a little bit, but not too much. Okay. Microsoft doing awesome, says yes. Yes, it is. Ramble Ron. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Ramble says nice Tilray trade yesterday. Yes. Yeah, that came from Ava, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Ramble Ron, I always hear that Led Zeppelin song whenever you post. Frank says, thanks, David. Nice job. Hey, Steve, good to see you, bud. Having a good day on silver. My silver AGQ worked out well today. Yes, it certainly did. It is up 6.49%. So congratulations, Steve. Excellent, excellent. And thank you for coming as always. Gary says, Frank, your new nickname, the Maestro. He is 100% the Maestro. Yeah, said I did sell down to 1/16. Okay. Jackson says, love the poem, Frank. Yes, PTON I meant. Brian says, great job, Ava. Frank says, thanks, Gary. And MJ, believe it or not, that's the nickname I've had for a long time. I believe it. I believe that. PLTR. Well, I like that it's back in the value zone. I don't see a clear trigger the way that I trade Ava. But you know, a good example of buying back here in the value zone instead of getting caught up in the FOMO up here, right? So better to buy at value, sell above value than chase above value. Sometimes it keeps going, like obviously it did here, but sometimes it's short-lived. So me personally, I'd like to see that move sideways for a while, look for a V1, V2. Steve says Amazon has a 550-day SMA and a 1030 EMA crossover. Yes, it does. That is definitely one on my list. PLTR, posted by mistake, smiley face. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So, speaking of Steve Burns, this is a post from Steve Burns. You know how I like to talk a little bit about trader psychology during the middle of the podcast. Steve is my favorite poster. Everything he posts, I think, is of great value. So I would certainly suggest subscribing to Steve over at S. Joseph Burns on Twitter. It's a wealth of information. It's a great channel. And let's see what Steve has to say for us today. Overthinking is a weakness few people recognize in their self. Simple principles executed with discipline is where the magic really happens. Man, isn't that good? Overthinking is a weakness few people recognize in themselves. Simple principles executed with discipline is where the magic really happens. I mean, you know, we can attribute or we can, you know, relate this to life, but it's a trading show, so let's do it to trading. But yes, I mean, overthinking is a weakness few people recognize. I recognize it in myself. I can tell you that. Something I need to work on, but he's right. Simple principles executed with discipline is where the magic really happens. You know, Mark Minervini posted one time something about my friend baked some cookies or a cake, and I said, oh my gosh, this is the best cake ever. How did you know how to make it? And the person that made it for him said, I just did what it said. I just read the directions and did what the directions had to say. Right? I mean, when it comes to trading, we can make it as really complicated as we want it, or we could make it simple. And in regards to this post, simple principles executed with discipline is where the magic happens. What does that mean? It means being patient, waiting for a good setup, getting out quickly when you're wrong, not overthinking it, just getting out quickly when you're wrong, and to the upside, just sticking in it while it's still moving up and not looking weak, right? I mean, those are the simple principles of trading. Be patient, take a good setup, get out quickly if you're wrong, don't mess with it when it's doing what you want it to do. So anyway, thank you, Steve. I think this is great. I think I needed to read this today, so I appreciate that. It was helpful for me and hope it was helpful for everyone else as well. Brian says, I believe Microsoft, Amazon, and other big techs will lead us into the Santa Claus rally before Christmas. I believe that. Gary says, Steve Burns, third confluence. Amazon has a 1050 EMA crossover as well. Yeah, Amazon is strong today. Steve says, thanks, Gary. Steve says, KMX ran away higher today, just barely missing crossover signals yesterday. Yeah, I remember that. It just barely crossed under. Yeah, says Steve, how one learn to follow discipline? It is tough. Steve says, yes, you must develop faith in your system and yourself to follow it. Ramble Ron, so don't sell my spy calls. Oh, sorry, bud. I forgot to mention this. Gary sold credit spreads at 354 expiring Friday. Okay, so this is looking good for his credit spreads. And then Ramble Ron also has calls, which are doing nicely, and Yas is also long on the spies. Oh yeah, no, Yas was long on the overnight. So sorry about that, Ramble Ron. Yas says, thanks, Greg, for help. I hit all-time high in my account today and met my goal for the year, 30% gain, considering I just started trading again in August of this year after taking a year off. Congratulations, Yas. Congrats. Let's all give Yas a clap or a thumbs up or something, because that is huge. Congratulations, buddy. I'm very, very happy for you. I really am. Okay. Take care of this over here, like so. Frank says, fantastic, Yas. I 100% agree. Steve says, that's great, Yas. Thanks, everyone. Morg says, nice explanation point. Yeah, that is wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. All right. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at current positions real quick. So my drip's looking good. AGQ is looking great for Steve and Gary, up 6.55%. It sold off after the announcement, I noticed, and then it rallied back strong. So congratulations to both of you. FSLR, Yas and Gary and I have this, so this is up, which I'm happy. Love, looks like I might be able to keep it today. It is down, but it is holding halfway of that bar. My little Ollie's doing pretty good, up 2.9%. It was up close to 5% earlier in the day, but it sold off, but I'm definitely grateful it's still up. SPY, of course, I'm buying the overnight SPY trade. And I did get out of BABA today. I got out of my put spread, or my cash secured puts today at about 90%. So that was good. Okay. Well, there's a lot to choose from today. I do have to say that. All right, here we go. CarMax. Yeah, this is what Steve was talking about. Just missed that 520 cross yesterday, but Steve is disciplined. He doesn't take the trade unless he gets it. Nice breakout here. Does have the 520 cross. Looks like earnings are over here on 1222. So big, strong day today. It's a little high, I think, for me to take it. It's right near that second ATR channel. I generally have a filter that tells me that I cannot take the trade if it's right at that second ATR channel. And this is pretty close. So we'll just have to see. Amazon. So we talked about Amazon. Amazon has a 1030 crossover here. This is a good back-tested system for trading Amazon. It's not quite to the second ATR channel. It's up strong. It's up 2.45% today. So this would be a crossover trade that I am definitely considering taking. Gold has a 520 crossover. This is a good back-tested result for gold. Gold not as strong as silver today, but the 520 crossover is a legitimate signal. So I'm also considering gold with the 520 crossover. CRM has a nice false breakout to the downside and a V2. Did close above the 5 EMA, which is a good sign because it's been a while. I think here was the last time we closed above the 5. So here we are finally closing above and false breakout to the downside with the V2. So this one is also under consideration. TGT up a little bit today, gradual move down, just kind of like a glider coming on in. We finally found support here. I'm almost certain this is going to break out big, either to the upside or the downside. I just don't know which way, unfortunately. So I need to have a trigger to tell me this is technically a V1, but it doesn't really qualify for me because it does not have enough of a washout bar. It went, let's see, the low, 170.65, low. Oh yeah, it didn't wash it out. Sorry, my eyes played a trick on me there. So this one does not qualify, so I'm going to take that one out of the running. Nuva. Nice V2 today. Did gap up, closed the gap, reversed back up. It's 51.89. Back in the value zone on the weekly. We had this big down bar here and then we rallied up into it. I don't know, it seems like right here is about where the resistance is. So I think I'm going to take that one off. Momo. Nice false breakout from this low in this range here. Nice V2 to the upside. MACD is negative, but it is a nice V2, but we've got stuck right here at the 1 ATR channel above us. So let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, I think the other ones are better. Let's look at the others. Fiverr, don't really see anything here. We did bounce at the halfway of that bar, but I don't see a clear trigger. UUP was much higher earlier. Now it's come off, so there's nothing here. HA, which is Hawaiian Holdings, did have a V1 today. We washed out yesterday's low. We closed above yesterday's close. Closing above 50%. Thing is, I don't see any sideways motion here. So I'm going to have to let that one go with that. Alibaba, Ava and Kamal have Alibaba up 3% just today. Very nice. I would not take a new trade here with this though, but UNH is United Healthcare Group. It's okay, but I think the others are better. Tilray, of course, Ava up 19.44% today. Unreal. What a move for Ava. Congratulations, Ava, again. That's just wonderful. And look at the volume here. Unbelievable. A little bit of a bearish bar here, though. We opened, we went way up, and now we've come back down. We're still above yesterday's close, and we still are above today's open, but, you know, there was a lot of selling in this area right here. But congratulations, Ava. That's a monster. CRTO. Don't really see anything there. Jobs, I don't see anything there. And Monster, I don't like the gap and reversal. So I think CarMax is going to be a little extended for me to take. Although it is a big, strong day here, but it's a little extended. It's right near the second ATR channel. Amazon. Does have the 1030 crossover. Let's see. Got right to that high right over there. MACD had a crossover. So I do like Amazon. I do like gold with the simple 520 crossover right here. And then CRM is also pretty good. Let's take a little deeper dive on this. On the monthly, we've pulled back. On the weekly, we caught support at the -1 ATR channel. On the daily, we do have a V2. And like I said before, the close over the 5-day EMA is important to me as well. But I'm not going to take all of these. I'm probably going to pare it down to gold because it's outside of equities. I think we have a good chance on Amazon to get up to about 3,400. Yeah. All right. Steve says US dollar index new 52-week low today. Yep, and that's why gold and silver are going up. Jackman says, have a question for day traders in this chat. Do you track how many days per year you don't place any positions? If so, how many days so far? Pat is here. Hey, Pat. Good to see you. Oh, Ava was out of Tilray pre-market, so she didn't mess around. So, was that near the top? Oh, right about the same. Excellent, Ava. What a trade. What a trade. Holy smokes. So proud of Ava. Okay, so we're going to take Tilray off there for Ava. Brian says, Steve, I noticed many of the therapeutics and gene stock therapies are starting to break out. All right. So again, CarMax does have the crossover today. It's right at the second ATR channel. So this one is just a little bit extended for me. So most likely for me, I have to pick between Amazon, which is the 1030, GLD. I do like gold here with the 520. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Amazon with the 1030 crossover and GLD with the 520 crossover. So that's what I'm going to take today. Drip doing very well. Look at that, up 3.42%. Finally, way to go, Drip. AGQ, huge day for Steve. And Gary up 6.69%. FLRS doing well here. One profit target. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on Love here, which reminds me I've got to cancel those orders. Okay. All right, Ollie doing good. And Pat, if you're watching, you can see this is one, you know how I always set three profit targets, right? So today was actually one of those days that I hit it. So very happy, hit all three of them. Happy for that. Oh, I forgot oil. Yeah, oil's been a good trade. I bought it here at 30.97. It's at 32.77. So this is up 5.52%, but I did buy it over here on the monthly with the under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over negative third. So that's up over 5%. So I'm grateful for that. Ironically, oil is up and the bearish energy is up at the same time. So I guess that's a good sign. A strange sign, because theoretically those should probably go against each other. All right, so Amazon and gold is what I'm going to put over here. Amazon and gold. All right, so let me, okay, buy. Okay. Steve says, interesting, Brian. Steve says, I'm long UGL here. So Steve is buying UGL, which is double leverage gold. He bought it at 65.60 based on the GLD chart, which is the one I was just talking about with the 520 EMA crossover. So I will put you down, Steve, for that. And Steve is also long Amazon at 32.43.24 after the 550-day SMA and the 1030-day EMA crossover today. So, well, I'm glad to see I'm taking the same two trades as Steve. The only difference, I'm not taking UGL, which is double leverage gold. I'm just taking the regular GLD ETF. And I do have to watch Love here. And boy, this is a tough one here. This is a tough one. It's 51.35 RSI. It's just right at about, I would say that's halfway, right? $45.72 is what this is telling me. Okay. Zynga is making a new high on the day for Bob, so that's fantastic. Why can't I get rid of this? Okay, 45.72. Okay, so that's my line, 45.72. Looks like Apple might go negative here. Okay. All right, so we got about 8 minutes. I'm going to kind of hang out until the end there. I'm going to have to watch Love, though. It is hanging. It's right there at that 50% fib. So if it closes below, I'll just have to go ahead and get out. But I do want it, I'm hoping it will stay above. Let's take a look at intraday here on Amazon, see if we did get quite a big pullback here on the 5-minute, which I am going to buy Amazon, so you know, buying here in the value zone is good. I'll give it a little while and see what it does. So proud of Yas today, 30%. Wow, unbelievable. Welcome back to trading, Yas. Proud of you, my friend. Yas is a nice guy, always has kind words for everybody, says good prayers for everybody. That's just nice. Thank you. So the Dow is negative. The Dow or the Nasdaq's up 65. S&P is up 8. All right. That's taken care of. Guess I should have bought Amazon right when I was talking about it here, huh? 5 points ago. Look at Zynga, everybody. For Bob, up 4.71%. Look at this trade. I am so proud of Bob. I mean, he just nailed the bottom. It's up 17.7%, 17.17%. Love is just hanging on by a thread. It's hanging on literally by a penny, 2 pennies. All right, 4 minutes to go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase my Amazon. Oops, almost bought it in the wrong account. That wouldn't have been good. All right. All right, and I'm buying also GLD. Okay, so that's taken care of. So I'm long gold, long Amazon. Gonna have to keep my eyes on love here. $14.72 is my line in the sand. $45.72, excuse me. All right, so we have about 1 minute to go on my end. Well, I may have to sell love. Yep, I sold love. Oh, jeez. Ah, I did my best, everybody. It was right under 45.72 at the second I pulled the trigger. Oh well, it closed at 45.73, but sometimes all you can do is do your best. Darn it. Oh well. All right. Well, how about that? What a day. What a day. So the Dow actually ended up down 44.44 points, NASDAQ up 63, and the S&P up 6. So a whole lot of movement all over the place, and I guess it was kind of a tepid day. I mean, everything considered, but there were a lot of swings. Yep, there were a lot of swings. So I did get out of love. I did get out of love right at the last second there, but it did close above 45.72. So anyway, that's how it goes. Let's see where I got filled on all this good stuff. All right, SPY I got filled at 370.17. GLD gold I got filled at 174.80, and Amazon I got filled at 32.40.30. All right. So we'll switch this over. And 370.17 is the new overnight SPY trade. Gold I got filled at 1780. I'm sorry, 174.80. And Amazon I got filled at 32.40.30. 32.40.30. 32.40.30 with the 1030 EMA crossover. So let me just put that up there. Let's see, Steve. Let me check back here and see. 32.43. 32. 32. 43, 24, 10, 30, EMA, cross. Okay. So listen, if you have some new entries for me or exits, this is time to put them in the live stream, and I will get to them just real quick. I just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I do teach a 15-hour course where I teach you everything I've learned from all my coaches and traders and mentors and all my experience in the last 25 years. So if you're interested in the course, I'm sure you'll like it. I know you'll come out of it a better trader. So if you are interested, you can get a hold of me. Just send me an email. Email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Twitter and I'll reply. And if you do, message me, I'll just reply and say, hey, let's set up a Skype call. We'll just do a quick Skype call. You can ask me questions about the course. I can ask you questions about your trading and your goals. And then after that, we can decide if we want to move forward or not. All right. And then if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps the channel immensely. It helps keep the channel around, helps YouTube know that there's some good content or valuable content here. So if you did like it today, I would appreciate it if you take a couple of seconds and hit that before you get out of here. Okay, so I just did Steve's. Oh, now I have to do UGL. Okay, UGL. $65.60. All right, already in the money. Nice, Steve. $65.60. And that's Steve, based on 520 GLD crossover. All right, done and done. John, hey, good to see you, John. John says, hello, wild stock du jour, WNW. Let's take a look. WNW. WNW. I don't think I have it. WNW. No, I don't have that symbol. John, sorry. Kamal says, nice trading. Yes, thanks to Greg. It wasn't easy, and we still have 2 weeks to go. I learned so much from this channel. I learned to be calm about my decisions and cut losses without emotions. Oh, excellent. Music to my ears. Yes, proud of you, bud. Jackson says, cutting losses quickly and keeping them small is 90% of the game, my friend. It's a beautiful thing. Kamal is out of AA. I think I already took that off, didn't I, Kamal? Let's see. Yes, I did. Out of Baba. Oh, big news. Big news. Kamal is out of Baba. I didn't expect that. Okay. And he rolled it into DKNG at $54. Yep, I've got that. Yes is in gold. Got in a little bit earlier, but I'm just going to put your name up here, Yes. Well, you got such a good position. Let's put it on there. I mean, a good price. Excellent. Greg says, Greg, love for you, man, on getting rid of love. Yeah, you didn't like love yesterday. You were spot on. You were spot on. Gary is in Amazon. All right, Gary, and in gold. Yas is in SPY. I assume that's the overnight SPY trade, Yas. Frank is in CAR. CARR at 73.60. Very nice, bud. 37.60. Sorry. That's a good start to that trade, Frank. Karen didn't sell love. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I didn't have Karen's name on there. Apologize. All right, there we go, Karen. I hope it goes up for you and Gary. I really do. Technically, I should not have gotten out, but it was just a couple seconds before, and it looks like it was under. So, but it's holding the range, so that's, you know, that's a good thing as well. So I hope that goes up for you. Jackson says added second position at 51.06. All right, so I'm going to do this. Added second position at 51.06. All right. Is that right? 51.06. Very nice ad already, Jax. Brian says, can you explain the dilemma hedge funds will have with buying Tesla in order to reach the requirement for index funds? How should that affect buying or not buying? Boy, Brian, I really don't have a good answer for that. That's kind of outside my wheelhouse. Can you explain the dilemma hedge funds will have with buying Tesla in order to reach their requirement for index funds? So, well, let's first look at it. So, hedge funds that have index funds, they have to own all of the stocks that are in the S&P. And that's probably one of the reasons why we've had such a big move up here, is because people have to add that. I honestly don't know, Brian. Maybe somebody else has a theory on that. John says WNW IPO'd yesterday. Yeah, I tried to pull it up on my charts, John. It's not available on mine yet. Pat is in the S&P. Is that the overnight SPY trade, Pat? Yes, love could have gone either way, but you did the right thing in entering and exiting. I just did not have a good feel for love. Many times the feel does not work. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Thanks, yes. Well, that was my plan, right? So a lot of times my plans don't work out, but I have to follow. So it looked to me like it was going to close under with a couple seconds to go, and then it boop, popped right back up. Gary says, thanks, Greg. Have a nice day. Off to tackle the snow. Are you going out shoveling or are you going out to play? And Pat says yes. Okay, good, Pat. We'll see. We'll see how good it was. But, it's something I take every day. And I'm going to put Baba over here because I am out of Baba now. All right, let's see what's happening after hours. AGQ down 12 cents. Amazon down $2.52. Beyond Meat down 78 cents. Drip is even. FSLR is up. Gold is down 16 cents. MasterCard is up. SPY's down 3 cents. All right. Nothing too crazy. Whew. Well, that hour went by fast as usual. Oh, Karen, by the way, and Frank, by the way, I don't have Katie anymore, but my good friend Bruce is going on a trip to Mexico with his girlfriend in his beautiful RV, and I am going to be taking care of their Beagle Border Collie mix starting Saturday for about 3 weeks to a month. So I will have a little dog mascot back. I think her name is Kylie. She's about 11 years old, and so it'll be fun to have somebody to take on my walk with me now. So we do have a little dog mascot back at Gossett Trading starting next week anyway. Well, I'm glad to put a green day on the board. I'll tell you what, this month has been a little bit of a struggle for me. I mean, I've been through it 880,000 times, but it's still not fun, right? It's still not fun. I was even considering, if I had a down day today, I was considering cutting my position size down because it's a good thing to do. If you're trading and you're in a drawdown, one of the best things to do is to cut your position size down because, I don't want to start increasing my position size when I'm not trading well. That's like the wrong thing to do. Really, the best thing to do is if you're in a drawdown, if you're struggling, to trade smaller. Because then if you could continue to struggle, you're struggling with a smaller position size until you start printing some green, until you start printing some black again in the P&L column. That's something I've always used and it works well for me. So, but I didn't, not yet. It was if today was a down day, which it wasn't. Lova says, is there a big difference in whether love closed the penny above or below? What does each situation tell you? Well, in regards to Lova, yesterday we had the big up bar. And today we closed below, well, we didn't, but I thought we did close below 45.72. So had it closed below 45.72, which it was when I pressed the button, it had closed below the halfway of the move up. So we have the up, and then we failed to hold at the halfway. And why that's relevant is that 50% Fibonacci level is important in my mind. And so if we close below it, that level did not close. You know, obviously it can go up tomorrow, it can go down tomorrow, but I think the long and short of it is it closed, I thought it closed below halfway of the washout bar, and that's just my signal. But, you know, does it matter? I think it does. You know, if a level doesn't hold, I think it does. Just like if you buy above the 200 and then it closes just a penny below, I'm supposed to get out. Sometimes it just goes roaring right back up. But, you know, I have to look at a close below the 200. It wasn't strong enough to close above the 200, or in this case, it wasn't strong enough to hold the 50 Fibonacci number, which technically it did, right? But it was right there, photo finish for me, and it was under when I sold. So I hope that helps. But yeah, 1 penny above, 1 penny below, because the halfway was 45.72. So even if I buy above the 200-day moving averages and it closes 1 penny below, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? But it closed above, so that's the key. It actually did close above. And in extended hours, it's closed, it's below, but I don't give as much credence to the extended hours stuff. Okay, well, if anybody has any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, I am going to put on my hiking boots and wrap up in all my warm clothes and go for a hike up in the snow. So just to remind you, as always, try to go out and do something nice for somebody today. Just a smile, a wave, hello, just a kind gesture, be pleasant to other human beings. And if you could also do something nice for an animal today, that would be great as well. So one nice thing for an animal, one nice thing for a human each day, and I think it would make the world a whole lot better place. So congratulations to everyone. Just saw some great trades. Proud of you all. Very proud of Yas hitting his all-time high. Proud of Ava with that great trade on Tilray. Proud of Steve with that great trade on AGQ, and great trade from Kamal. Everybody out there, too many to mention, but really good trading, everyone. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, and hope to see you tomorrow. All right, take care, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation, and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind, which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.